What's up, guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, The Papa Pierre. And today we're actually going to dive into a topic that many of our guys are facing, even some point in our lives: friendship recession. So, whether you're struggling to actually make some sort of meaningful connections out there, or whether that you find that your social circle is shrinking to some degree, we're going to talk about what a friendship recession is, how it happens, why it happens, and most importantly, how to navigate through it. So let's get right into the video. So, what is a friendship recession exactly? Well, it's the realization that your friendship is not as robust as you like it to be. In fact, 40% of adult men friendships are not actually satisfied with their current relationships compared to their female counterparts. Maybe someone moved away. Maybe the relationships is a bit strained. But ultimately, it's not about the quantity of friendships that you have, but it's the quality. And in fact, when there is a friendship recession, it's the quality that's actually lacking. So now let's discuss why friendship recessions happen. And they can happen for various different types of reasons. For starters, life changes. People may get into relationships that may take priority over your friendship. Busy schedules. Think about work. People work different schedules, especially when you of a certain age. I'm in my 30s. All of my past friends or coworkers, whoever, we have different schedules. So that definitely plays a factor. Also, evolving, like personal growth. Think about it this way. Are you still friends with like Bob from the playground in fifth grade? Probably not. You guys have different interests as you guys got older and more wiser in life. So there's very different reasons why a friendship relationship may occur. Distance also plays a factor. Think about it. Like I personally moved to a different state. So if you're moving, relocation, these things are all major factors as to why you experience a drought in quality and quantity of the friendships that you are seeking. So let me share my personal experience when it comes down to having a friendship recession. So for me personally, I actually grew up in a particular state. I'm from Brooklyn, New York, and that was all I've known and loved. And that's pretty much where the bulk of my friendships really developed and was fostered. And since then, I actually moved to two different states after that. And what was actually a small seat, like, okay, we may hang out like once or twice a week, became once or twice a month, became to annual, right? And the reason this happened is because, my friends actually were in relationships, or some of my friends actually were experiencing, to be honest, substance abuse. Well, I can't say that on YouTube, but they were having issues when it comes to, so there were certain things that really separated me from certain friends, and I would say like addiction and distance. So addiction and distance. Say that 3 times fast, right? So those were the main contributing factors when it came down to my friendship recession. And moving over to like a new state, you would think, okay, possibly I could make new friends, right? I'm moving to another large city. There's definitely going to be new people there. Not the case. Not the case at all. And I definitely found myself in hermit mode. And what hermit mode is just doing things by myself. I'm constantly doing things by myself. I personally identify as the only child because I grew up in a household where I was the only child there. Although I have outside siblings outside of my primary home, I grew up doing things by myself. And it's easy to get lost in just the constant motion of being by yourself, cooking for yourself, going out for yourself, like not depending or picking up a phone call to hang out with your friends, right? And before you know it, you look around and it's like, where y'all at? No one's around. And what I find very interesting, especially in the Black or African American community, especially as males, we always have our guard up. So it's not like approaching that guy, hey, want to be cool? Want to be friends? It doesn't work that way. In fact, most of my case is like I actually may go out and let's just say I see a guy, he probably has, I don't know, a nice pair of shoes or some kicks, and I think they're pretty nice. And as I approaching him, he's on guard. He's probably intimidated. He's like, who's this big guy coming towards me? And when you're on guard, I'm on guard. So what could have been a actual, I want to say interaction with like, hey, those are cool, those are nice shoes. Hey, you cool? You want to hang out? Where did you get this from? It became more of like we're both on the defense. And I feel like that happens a lot in our community. And I can speak on my community because I'm part of it, right? It's definitely a thing where we sometimes feel intimidated by other black guy. Like that's just what it is. Um, Hopefully, it's not all the case everywhere, but that's just been my personal experience. So that's why I feel like when it comes down to having friends, it's not so easy for me. Like, it's not easy to just go out there and meet people. And you would think like certain common places like the gym, it just becomes very surface level conversation. Like, bro, you look good. Hey, you look good. I want to look like you. Oh no, I want to look like you. And then that's that. Like, that's the end of the conversation. There's no real depth to it. And I'm actually going to break down the 3 points as to why these friendship recessions are occurring. And emotional intelligence is the first one. So let's get right into that. Okay, so emotional intelligence. This is one point when it comes down to why there is a friendship recession for many of us, myself included, right? So, emotional intelligence is pretty much essentially you being able to work through your feelings, understanding how to process your thoughts, understanding how to communicate those thoughts in clear and concise words, understanding that certain actions don't cause a reaction, right? And when it comes down to male friendships, I feel like it's very surface, like, and that's why a recession is. It's not necessarily the quantity of friends; it's really the quality of friends. Going back to the gym example that I mentioned, my own personal story. Yeah, we may pass each other in the gym for years, don't know your name, don't know what you like to do, don't know what sort of affiliations you have, don't know what if you even like your egg scrambled, whatever. Like, these are things that we're not really developing. And that really goes down to how we also socialize, which is a second point as to why I feel there's a friendship recession. So let's get it right into. So our second point, or my second point as to why there is a friendship recession for many of us, is socialization, right? From the beginning of time, girls play with dolls, guys play with toys. Girls are taught to be more domesticated. Please don't come after me, feminists. I'm just saying what it is. And girls are taught to be more caring. They're taught to be more caregivers. Tell me your feelings. When a girl used to fall off the swing, pick her up, right? Oh, let me kiss that bruise. How you feeling? We didn't get that. When I fell on my big ass head, I was told to get up, shut up, and don't cry. Tell me I'm wrong. Like, that really is a thing, So from a small age, as men, at least in America, we're taught to actually be a certain way. That actually, when we get older, we're not actually socialized to be more social with our counterparts. That's why, to me personally, I feel like females do have more long lasting friendships, and they are able to make friendships easier because they have that innate, I want to say, training or socialization to actually go out and really have these conversations with other females or make females feel comfortable. We're not necessarily getting that. We're just really put in a place where we can't really have conversations, which leads me to my third point. So my third point as to why there's a huge friendship recession when it comes down to men is that our mental health is not at the forefront. And what do I mean by that? Going back to the socialization piece of it all, is that growing up, especially for me and a lot of men that I personally know, we're not told to even process our feelings or emotions, right? How many times have we heard the saying, "Oh, you're just here to just be here, shut up, don't say anything." Oh, women say, "Oh, I want my husband to just be seen and not heard," right? So these are just certain sayings, just to give you an idea about the mental health, about not being able to communicate. And the only person you're able to communicate to is your spouse. But sometimes you can't even do that, especially in this day and age where if you speak about some man, you're considered sassy or you're part of the LGBTQ community, right? So these are things that are being told. So imagine as a man, a black man, a man of color, whatever, right? You're actually in a place where you want to communicate your feelings, but your intimate person, your intimate partner, whoever you're with, you can't even do that if you're a heterosexual male, because guess what? You're deemed as you're doing too much. And granted, we're not talking about every single heterosexual relationship out there, but sometimes as a whole, as a collective, the mental health is not being put at the forefront, and that translate into external friendships. So if you're not getting that from home, or you're not getting that from your wife or your boyfriend, whoever, how could you communicate that to outside people? outside connections, outside people that want to be friends, outside people that actually want to build a connection, and then you just find yourself spiraling. You find yourself not being able to communicate. And so that's really my third point when it comes down to why I feel like there is a friendship recession, myself included. Now, in my next video, I actually want to talk about the steps to actually outcome or get yourself out of like a friendship recession. Because I actually started doing that right now, and I really want to share those steps with you guys. So make sure you like, share this video as well. And finally, when it comes down to a friendship recession, it actually is normal to some regard, especially if you're evolving in certain points of your life. Think about it this way: you don't want to be in a friendship that's actually toxic or holding you back, right? So it's just a matter of finding your tribe. And I definitely want to go that in greater detail in the next video. So make sure you like this video and comment down below. What are your personal stories? Like, how are you feeling? Do you feel like you're currently in a friendship recession? Do you feel like you're getting out of a recession? Do you feel like, you need certain steps? That's pretty much what we're going to discuss on the next video, right? So once again, like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.